Letters of Swami Vivekananda, the new edition in 4 volumes. Letter number 215, addressed to Swami Ramakrishnananda. Care of Mr. George W. Hale, 541 Dearborn Avenue, Chicago. Early January 1895. Kalyana Vareshu, blessed and beloved. Yesterday I received a letter from you. There was some smattering of news, but nothing in detail. My health is much better now. This year it was frigidly cold, but by the grace of the Lord I am all right. Oh, what a terrible cold. However, these people keep everything under their control through their scientific knowledge. Every house has an underground cellar in which there is a big boiler from which hot air or steam is circulated in every room day and night. This keeps all the rooms warm, but it has one problem. That is, while it is summer indoors, it is 30 to 40 degrees below zero outside. Many rich people in this country fly to Europe during the winter. Europe is comparatively warm. Anyway, now let me give you a couple of advice. This letter is being written for you. Read these instructions once every day and act accordingly. I have received Sarada's, that is Trigunatitananda letter. He is doing good work, but now we want organization. Convey to him my special loving embrace and blessings, and to Tarakda, that is Shivananda, and others. The reason why I gave you these few instructions is that there is an organizing power in you. Thakur, that is Sri Ramakrishna, just told me this. Footnote. Swamiji used the word bollen, that is in Bengali, in the present tense, which refers to a very recent conversation. Footnote ends. But it is yet to manifest. Through his blessings, it will manifest very soon. That you never want to lose your center of gravity in anything is evidence of that. But it must be both intensive and extensive. Point number 1. All the Shastras, scriptures hold that the threefold suffering, footnote, Adhyatmik means suffering caused by body and mind. Adhibhautik means suffering caused by other living beings and terrestrial beings, etc. And Adhidaivik means suffering caused by unseen sources like God's fate, that is Daiva, and nature. Footnote ends. That exists in this world is not natural, hence is eradicable. Point number 2. In the Buddha Avatara, that is incarnation, the Lord says that the root cause of Adhibhautika suffering is jati, that is caste. That is the formation of distinctions, caste and classes, based on birth, guna, that is qualities, or wealth, is the cause of this suffering. In the Atman, there is no distinction of gender, varna, that is caste. Footnote. 4 principal castes, namely Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Footnote ends. Or ashrama, orders. Footnote. The 4 orders of life, namely Brahmacharya, Garhastya, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Footnote ends. Or anything of that kind. And just as mud cannot be washed away by mud, so it is impossible to bring about oneness through such ideas of discrimination. In the Krishna Avatara, the Lord says that the cause of all suffering is avidya, that is ignorance. Sri Krishna says that selfless work purifies the mind. But again, kim karma, kim akarma iti. Footnote. Even sages are bewildered to decide what is work and what is no work. Gita 4.16, etc. Point number 4. Only that karma, work, is karma that helps to manifest Atma Bhava, that is the idea of Atman. Whatever fosters Anatma Bhava, that is the idea of non-self, materiality, is akarma, no work. Point number 5. Therefore, the performance of karma or akarma is according to individual place and time. Point number 6. Yajna, etc., that is sacrificial rites, as also caste duties were suited to ancient times. They are not meant for the present age. Point number 7. The Ramakrishna Avatara is what was mentioned in the scriptures as Kalki Avatara. The day he was born is the beginning of the Satyuga, that is golden age. Therefore, write the Ramakrishna Abda, that is the era of Ramakrishna, or Satyuga for every work and occasion. Point number 8. In this incarnation, atheistic ideas of the materialist will be destroyed by this word of jnana, that is knowledge, and the whole world will be unified by means of bhakti, devotion, and prema, divine love. Moreover, in this incarnation, Rajoguna, that is the desire for name and fame, etc., is altogether absent. Therefore, blessed is he who accepts his teachings. It does not matter whether he takes his name or not. Point number 9. The founders of different sects in ancient or modern times have not been wrong. They have done well, but they must do better. Good, better, best. Point number 10. Therefore, we must accept all where they are, that is, without disturbing their own chosen attitude towards God. And we must lead them on to higher and higher ideals. As to social conditions, those that prevail now are good, but they shall be made better and best. Point number 11. There is no chance of the welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on only one wing. Point number 12. That is the reason in the Ramakrishna Avatara, the acceptance of a woman as the Guru. Footnote. See Ramakrishna, the Great Master by Swami Sardananda, chapter 10, the coming of the Bhairavi Brahmani. Footnote ends. For that reason, Nari Bhav Sadhana, his spiritual practice in the woman's garb and frame of mind. Footnote. In order to complete the spiritual practice of Madhura Bhava, Sri Ramakrishna wore women's clothing to free himself from gender identity. See from the same source. Footnote ends. And hence too he practiced Matribhav, the attitude of motherhood, looking upon every woman as a representative of the Divine Mother. Point number 13. For that reason only, my first endeavor is to start a mutt for Ma Thakurani, that is Holy Mother Sri Sarada. That mutt shall be the origin of Gargis and Maitris, and women of even higher attainments than these. They will gather around and raise themselves up centering around Ma Thakurani. No great work can be achieved by clever tricks. It is through love, adherence to truth, and tremendous energy that all undertakings are accomplished. Tat Kuru Paurusham. Therefore, manifest your manhood. Point number 15. There is no need for quarrels or disputes with anybody. Teach what you have to teach. No need to know what others say. Give your message. Leave others to their own thoughts. Satyameva Jayate Nanrutam. Truth alone triumphs, not falsehood. From Mundakopanishad 3.1.6. Tada kim vivadena. Why then fight? Now let me teach you some practical matters. In the first place, when you reply to me or anyone else, go through the person's earlier letters and answer all questions to the point. Do not give useless information. You must maintain calm and profound attitude. Combine seriousness with childlike naivete. Live in harmony with all. Give up all ideas of egoism and be free from sectarian ideas. Useless wrangling is a great sin. Professor Max Muller has sent you a book. Footnote. Presumably the book 3 Lectures on the Vedanta Philosophy by F. Max Muller, London, May 1894. Footnote ends. You did not write to me if you have replied humbly to him or not. To whom shall I send the money? You did not write about that. Then how would I send? Kali Krishna Babu has written me a letter. After a month and half a letter comes and it takes 3 months to correct a mistake. Remember this always. From Sarada's letter I came to know that N. Ghosh has compared me with Jesus Christ and the like. Footnote. Reference the Indian Nation, 10 September 1894. The Hindu Patriot editorial of 11 September 1894. Narendranath Ghosh was barrister at law and editor of the weekly newspaper The Indian Nation. Footnote ends. That kind of thing is good for our country, but if you send such comments here in print, there is a chance of my being humiliated. That is, I do not like to hamper anybody's freedom of thought. Am I a missionary? If Kali, that is Abhedananda, has not sent those papers to this country, ask him not to do so. Only the address will do, no need for the proceedings. By now, many respectable ladies and gentlemen of this country hold me in reverence. The missionaries and others have tried their utmost to put me down, but have now calmed down, accepting defeat. Every undertaking meets with success only after passing through various obstacles. Truth alone triumphs. Only one has to be calm and have patience. I am not interested in replying to what one Mr. Hudson has spoken about me. Footnote. However, one Mr. K. Narayan Swami Iyer from Kumbakonam gave him a fitting reply through his counter-argumentative open letter published in the Hindu on 10th December 1894. Footnote ends. First of all, it is unnecessary, and secondly, I shall be bringing myself down to the level of people like Hudson or such skulk. Are you crazy? Shall I fight from here with that unknown Mr. Hudson? By the grace of the Lord, people who are the teachers of the teacher of Hudson or the like, accept my teachings with reverence. Have you lost your sense? Do not send any more newspapers, etc. Let all such activities go on in India, no harm. For the sake of the Lord's work, there was a need for that kind of newspaper blazonning. Now that is done. Hence, it is no longer necessary. Keep all my letters in secret. Do not publish them in the newspaper in haste. It is one of the sinister effects of name and fame that one cannot keep anything hidden from the common gaze. Do not read out my letters in the presence of all, as you did before. Remember, rumors travel on ears. Look for a plot of land for Ma Thakurani at the earliest. Pray to Thakur at the beginning of every undertaking, and he will show you the right way. First, need a big plot of land. Buildings and everything will come in time. Our mutt and everything will come about slowly, gradually. Nothing to worry about. When you write to me, give all the necessary information in detail after due deliberation. I have no time to listen to unnecessary things like quarrels and disputes. Kali and all others are doing good work. Give my loving embrace to all. Work in collaboration with the people of Madras, and let someone among you go there at intervals. Give up forever the desire for name, fame, and authority. As long as I live on earth, he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, is and will be working in and through me. So long as you believe this, there is no possibility of any danger of any kind for you. The Ramakrishna Punthi, footnote, Sri Ramakrishna Punthi, a book written in Bengali verse illustrating the divine play of Sri Ramakrishna with his devotees. It was first published in 3 volumes starting from 1894 till 1901, and a combined edition was published by Udbodhan Press in 1901. Footnote ends. That Shak Chunni, that is Akshay Kumar Sen, footnote, Sri Akshay Kumar Sen, 1854 to 1923, was a lay devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. He began his career as a tutor of the boys of the Tagore family of Jorasanko and came to be known as Akshay Master. Swamiji used to call him by name Shak Chunni, that is female ghost, for his outward appearance. Footnote ends. Has sent is excellent, but there is no glorification of Shakti, that is divine power, at the beginning, which is a great defect. Tell him to correct it in the second edition. Always bear this in mind that we are now standing before the gaze of the world, and the people are watching every one of our actions and listening to all our utterances. Remember this and work accordingly. Had you mentioned the name of the person to whom I should send the money, I would have sent it today itself. Purchase the plot of land for Ma Thakurani immediately on receipt of the money. Buy it in my name for the time being. Thereafter, be on the lookout for a site for our mutt. Both the sites should be close by. That is, try to purchase both plots near each other. Even if the plots be a little away from Calcutta, not a problem. Wherever we shall have our mutt, there it will thrive. I was very happy at what Mahim Chakravarti said. Footnote, Sri Mahimacharan Chakravarti, a resident of Kashipur and admirer of Sri Ramakrishna. Footnote ends. It seems the Andes mountains have turned into the Holy Gaya. Where is he? Please convey my cordial greetings to him, to Vijay Goswami, and to our other friends. I have sent rupees 724 to Sandel to repay my debts and to repair my mother's house. Perhaps by now he has received the money and worked accordingly. To beat an opponent, one needs a sword and buckler. Therefore, diligently learn English and Sanskrit. Kali's English is getting better every day, while that of Sarada is deteriorating. Ask Sarada to give up flowery style. It is extremely difficult to write in a flowery style in a foreign tongue. 100,000 bravos from me for Sarada. Oi Marat ka kaam. That indeed is heroic work. Ask Tarak Dada also to glance through the pages of the grammar book. Gradually Tarak Dada's English will be better. Well done all of you. Sabas Bahaduru. Bravos, heroes. The beginning has been excellent. Go on in that way. If the odor of jealousy does not come in, there is no fear. Ma abhihi, fear not. Mad bhaktanascha ye bhaktaste me bhaktatama mataha. Footnote. Those who serve my devotees are my best devotees. See Bhagavad Bhakti Vilas of Sanatan Goswami, 10th Vilas, verse 133. Laghu Bhagavatamrit of Rupa Goswami, part 2, chapter 1, verse 6, and Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhva Leela, chapter 1, verse 28. Footnote completes. All of you should maintain a dignified and serious attitude. I am not writing any book on Hinduism at present, but I am jotting down my ideas. Every religion is an expression, a language to express the same truth, and we must speak to each in his own language. Sarada has understood this. Very good. There will be time enough to look into Hinduism later. Would people of this country come only if I talk about Hinduism? They would fly off at the mention of any narrowness. The real thing is his religion, that is, the religion that Sri Ramakrishna taught. Let the Hindus call it Hinduism and others call it in their own way. But slowly and gradually, Shanay Shanay. Footnote. Shanay Panthaha, Shanay Kantha, Shanay Parvatalanganam, Shanair Vidya, Shanair Vittam Panchaitani, Shanay Shanay. That is, distances should be covered at slow pace, quilts should be made slowly, mountain trekking should be done carefully, knowledge enters slowly, so does wealth. These 5 things take place slowly. This is from Udbhata Shloka. Footnote ends. Give my blessings to the newcomer Dinanath. Footnote. Sri Dinanath Sen, from 1840 to 1926, later known as Swami Satchidananda Senior, was an initiated disciple of Swami Saradananda. Footnote ends. I have very little time to write. Always lecture, lecture, lecture. Purity, patience, perseverance. Give my loving embrace to Mahendra Master and others. Millions of Sashtanga prostrations to Ma Thakurani. Convey my namaskars, that is salutations, to Golapma, Yoginma and others. You must ask those devotees who are now following his teachings to contribute a little for the mutt. Otherwise, how can the mutt be maintained? This must be told to them openly. If anybody from abroad sends you something in my name, acknowledge the receipt of it. That is a general courtesy. Work in cooperation with Bhavnath, Kalikrishna Babu and others. Sandel writes about want of money, and so does Tarak Dada. May I ask, so many people adore him, that is Sri Ramakrishna, and yet how come a mutt cannot run for the want of fund? It seems some among you still harbor animosity against them deep within. The day that is completely eliminated, from that day itself all round welfare will come about. There is no point in hastening my return from this country. In the first place, a little sound made here will resound there with a boom. Then the people of this country are immensely rich, and they have heart to give, while the people of our country have neither money nor the least bit of heart. Everything will gradually be revealed. Is Thakur, that is Sri Ramakrishna, India's alone? It is this narrowness that has brought about India's ruin, and her welfare is impossible unless that is not rooted out. Had I the money, I would send each one of you to travel all over the world. No great idea can come in the heart unless one steps out of one's little corner. We'll see in time, Lord's will. Every great work is accomplished slowly and gradually. Do not forget about the 2 plots of land and write to me about who among you is going to take charge of this task. And consult with Girish Ghosh and Atul Ghosh. Buy the land in my name. That is because Artham Anartham, money is the root cause of all evils. It is better to be in the care of one whose name will not arouse jealousy in others' minds. I have asked Sandel to buy warm clothes for Latu, that is Adbhutananda, as per the letter's choice, and also to send money to Gopal Dada and to Hutko Gopal to pay off his debts. Why didn't you write about Daksha? Footnote. He was a member of the Sadharana Brahmo Samaj and visited Sri Ramakrishna regularly. Swamiji gave him sannyas and the name Swami Jnanananda at Baranagar Mutt. Footnote ends. And Harish. Footnote. Either Harish Kundu or Harish Chandra Mustafi. Footnote ends. Do you inquire about them? Sandel is unhappy because his mind is not yet pure like the water of the Ganga. It is not yet desireless, but will be so in time. He will not have any misery if he can straighten the little angularities still lingering in his mind. My special loving embraces and pranams to Rakhal, that is Brahmananda, and Hari, that is Turyananda. Take special care of them. It appears you have made Rakhal undergo very strict austerities for a couple of days. You shouldn't have done that. Anyway, it will burn some fat. Rakhal is the special object of Thakur's love. Never forget that. Do not be frightened in anything. So long as he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, lays his hand on my head, no one has the power to hold me back. Even if bhaveyuhu kanthagataha pranaha, that is, you are at the end of your breath. Then also do not be afraid. Work on with the intrepidity of a lion, but at the same time with the tenderness of heart like a flower. Celebrate this year's festival in a grand way. Let the feeding be quite ordinary. Distribute prasad, that is sanctified food, in earthen bowls among the devotees as they queue up for it. That's all. There should be readings from Paramahansa Deva's life. Put together books like Vedas and the Vedanta and perform arti before them. Collect some donations from each of the devotees. Avoid issuing invitation cards of the old style. Amantraye bhavantam sashirvadam bhavato Ramakrishnasya bahumanah purassarancha. That is footnote. With Bhagwan Sri Ramakrishna's blessings and our great esteem, we have the pleasure to invite you. Footnote ends. Like this, write some lines and then write that to defray the expenses of Thakur's birthday festival and for the maintenance of the mart, your contribution is required. If you wish to do so, you may kindly send the money to such and such person at such and such address and so on. If you think that people will donate if my signature is appended below, then do sign on my behalf. That is, print my signature there. Otherwise, write ordinarily Ramakrishna Sevakaha Sanyasinaha, that is the servant sannyasins of Sri Ramakrishna, or something like that. Additionally, write a page in English. The term Lord Ramakrishna has no meaning. You must give it up. Write Bhagwan in English characters and then add a line or two in English. The anniversary of Bhagwan Sri Ramakrishna. Sir, we have great pleasure in inviting you to join us in celebrating the 8th anniversary of B, that is Bhagwan, R, that is Ramakrishna, P, that is Paramahansa. For the celebration of this great occasion and for the maintenance of the Alam Bazar Mutt, funds are absolutely necessary. If you think that the cause is worthy of your sympathy, we will be very grateful to receive your contribution to the great work. Date and place, yours obediently, name. If you get more than enough money, spend only a part of it and keep the surplus as a reserve fund to defray your expenses. On the plea of offering food to the deity, do not make everybody fast till they are sick and then have a stale and unsavory lunch. Have 2 filters made and use that filtered water for both cooking and drinking. Boil the water before filtering. If this is done, then there will be no fear of malaria at all. Keep a strict eye on everybody's health. If you can give up sleeping on the floor, in other words, if you can get some money to do it, then buy some cots. It will be very good. Dirty clothes are one of the main causes of disease. For all that money is required. Let Sarada write to his friends and let others also try in similar ways. Of course, I am also trying here, but do not depend on me alone in any work. About the food offering to Sri Ramakrishna, let me tell you that only a little payasanna will do. Footnote for payasanna, a South Asian dessert made from slow cooked rice, milk and sugar, dry fruits, etc. Footnote ends. That is what he used to like. It is true that the worship room is a great help to many, but it is of no use having rajasic and tamasic, that is rich and spicy food. Trim down rituals and the noisy bell ringing. Instead, read and recite from the Gita, Upanishads and other scriptures. What I mean is, let there be as little materialism as possible and spirituality as much as possible. Sandel writes that thousands of people come to the mutt just to see the bell ringing, that is worship. If it is true, the fewer such people come, the better it is. They come just to have sweetmeats. On the other hand, where do thousands of such people go when the residents of the mutt are about to die of starvation? Besides Have we renounced everything just to do bell ringing for Sandel? Let him rather stay in the locality of bell smiths if he is so fond of hearing that sound. I mean to say that he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, eats through the mouths of his children and not through your bell ringing. By causing the slightest affliction to those children, by making them wait till the day long worship is over, all your bell ringing will prove futile. Besides, you will incur sin thereby. Remind this to yourself once every day. Did he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, come just for you and Sandel, or for the whole world? If for the world, then you must present him in such a way that the whole world may understand him. For that reason, all those useless things contained in the book by Suresh Datta should be completely removed. Have you understood? Perhaps Suresh Datta has written them from the ideas of Mahendra Babu. Hari Bol Hari. Anyway, his objective is noble, only his understanding is narrow. The life of Bhattacharya ji, that is priest of Dakshineshwar. Footnote: Sri Ramakrishna was often referred to as such because he served as a priest at Dakshineshwar for some time, is what is only known to Master Mahashay, and Suresh Datta has written it. They have not yet understood and seen Ramakrishna Paramahansa. To them, the whole world is confined within that small room of Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar. Oh Lord, oh Lord. But you must not identify yourself with any life of him written by anybody, nor give your sanction to any. So long as such books do not become associated with our name, there is no problem. Don't tell all this to anybody. I mean to say, Suresh Datta has a noble purpose and has also authored a good book. Let it be. It will do some good. However, they have not understood him in the least. Haji haji karat rahiyo baithi apna tham. That is, say yes, yes to all and stick to your own. Footnote: an oft quoted Hindi couplet that runs as सबसे रसिए सबसे बसिए सबका लीजिए नाम हाजी हाजी करते रहिए बैठिए अपना ठाम. Footnote ends. Sandel has lectured me in his 3-page letter that I must have devotion for Ma Thakurani and that she is so compassionate to me. Thanks to Sandel for this great discovery. At times I feel like writing something about her, but then step back in fear. Well, if she wishes, it will come in the course of time. 1,000 thanks to Mahendra Babu for his kind help in the maintenance of the mutt. He is so noble. Tell Sandel that if the Lord wills, his service life of a rupee and a quarter and his Winnie-bit brain will both come to an end soon. His duty is just to do the daily purchase, etc. It will bring him immense good if he does that attentively. That is, if he serves well the children of Sri Ramakrishna. Let him leave aside the desire for lecturing, etc. for the next birth. Ask him not to use his own brain. Let him do just as I say, otherwise he will invite some trouble. How is Yogen, that is Yogananda? Is Hutko, that is Gopal, doing a job? What is he doing? Make him a little literate. He is still not past the age to learn. Write everything and about everyone in detail. Remember this always. How does Gupta, that is Sadananda, doing in his studies? Allow Tulsi, that is Nirmalananda, and Leto, that is Adbhutananda, to sleep or eat as they like. Don't treat them with haste. What is Baburam, Premananda doing? How are Hari and Rakhal? Write to me about them. Listen to every detail, but avoid the non-essentials, like the way Harmon writes about the statements of others, etc. How is the condition of his family? Tarakda is doing very good work. Very good, very good. Well done. That is what I want. Let me see each of you shoot like stars in different directions. What is Ganga, that is Akhandananda, doing? Some zamindars in Rajputana admire him. Ask him to send some funds by begging them for the mutt. Then only do I call him a man. Otherwise, what is the use of merely leading the life of a wandering monk and consuming bhang? Just now I finished reading Shank Chunni's book. Give him 100,000 hearty embraces from me. Through his voice, he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, is manifesting himself. Blessed is Shank Chunni. Let him recite that Punthi before all. He must recite it before all in the festival, that is the birthday celebration of Sri Ramakrishna. If it is too large to read in the festival, then let him read extracts from it. Shank Chunni has not written anything useless there. I cannot tell you in words the joy I have felt by reading his book. Try all of you to give the book an extensive sale. Then ask Shankchunni to go from village to village to read from it and preach. Well done, bravo, Shankchunni. He is doing his, that is Sri Ramakrishna's work. Let him go from village to village and give people his, that is Sri Ramakrishna's message. Can there be a more blessed fortune than this for him? Shashi, Shankchunni's Punthi and Shankchunni himself must electrify the masses. Come, my dear Shankchunni, I bless you with all my heart. My dear brother, may the Lord be enshrined in your voice. Go and spread his message from door to door. There is no need whatever of your becoming a sannyasi. Shashi, one who works among the masses should not become a monk. Shankchunni is the future apostle for the masses of Bengal. Take great care of him. His faith and devotion have borne fruit. Ask Shankchunni to write these few points in the third section of his book, The Propagation of the Faith. Point number 1. Whatever the Vedas, Vedanta, and all other incarnations have done in the past, he, that is Sri Ramakrishna, alone has demonstrated them all in his own life. Point number 2. Without understanding his life, one cannot understand the Vedas, Vedanta, Avtaras, that is incarnations, and so forth. For he was the explanation. Point number 3. From the very day he was born, Satyuga, that is golden age, has begun. Henceforth, all sorts of distinction and discrimination have come to an end. And everyone down to the Chandala will receive prem, that is divine love. The distinction between man and woman, the rich and the poor, the scholar and the illiterate, the Brahmin and the Chandal, he has rooted out all, and he was the settler of disputes. Differentiations between Hindus and Mohammedans, between Hindus and Christians, etc., all are now things of the past. That fight about distinctions and discriminations that were there belonged to the previous Yuga. In this Satya Yuga, the tidal wave of his divine love has unified all. Ask him to expand these ideas and write them in his own style. Whoever, man or woman, will worship him, that is Sri Ramakrishna, even if he or she is from the lowest strata of society, will be then and there uplifted into the very highest. Another thing, this time, Matrubhava, that is the motherhood of God, is prominent in this incarnation. He used to dress as a woman during his sadhana of Madhurabhava. He was, as it were, our mother. In that way, we must likewise look upon all women as the reflections of the Divine Mother. In India, there are two great evils, trampling the women underfoot and grinding the poor through caste restrictions. He was the savior of women, savior of the masses, savior of all, high and low. And let Shankchunni introduce his, that is Sri Ramakrishna's worship in every home, Brahmin or Chandal, man or woman. Everyone has the right to worship him. Whoever will worship him by installing his image or the symbolic picture, with or without mantra, in any way, with any language, through whoever may be, only with devotion, shall be blessed forever. Tell him to write in this line of thought. Don't care for anything else. The Lord will be his support. Kim adhikam iti. Nothing more to write. Narendra. Postscript. I have sent the advertisement of the dictionary you sent to me to a few friends of mine, but I am not sure of the result. Ask Sandel to send me a copy of the Narad Bhakti Sutras and Chandilya Sutras, and a copy of Yoga Vasishtha that has been translated in Calcutta. I want the English translation and not the Bengali of Yoga Vasishtha. Let not Shankchunni publish my opinions on his book. Either tell him verbally or read out to him my comments. Don't allow one and all to read my correspondence. All this is private. Rumors travel on the ears. Write to Professor Max Muller that he is a great helper of India and her religion. Perhaps you have already written. If you don't have that much sense in your head, it is dangerous. I have long seen that book. It contains resemblance of my ideas too. Iti, yours Narendra. Om Tat Sat.